And we're back with our polish barrel for this week, which is our golden quartz and clear quartz. Look at how foamy that is. It is so foamy. Oh my goodness. All right, this is our wet polish, our aluminum oxide. Let's pull out our first piece here. Give it a rinse. Wow, that stuff is just... Let's dry it off. This is our first piece of golden quartz, still not dry. There. Oh, perfectly dry, and oh my goodness, look at that shine. Wow. That is so fantastic. Of course, it's going to have to go through a burnish cycle, which will get rid of all the polish residue. Wow, this is so beautiful. That turned out amazing. Let's see if we could dig through and get another piece here. Ooh, so pretty. Look at that golden quartz. You can see my hand right through it. Boy, oh boy. It's breathtaking. That it is. This is just stunning. I mean, you can't get better than this. All right, let's adjust some lighting here. Get a close up. And there is our rainbow. Oop. There is our rainbow flash that we were hoping we would not lose, and we did not. What a lovely inclusion to have. That's right up here at the top now. Oh, so beautiful. Look at the shine. I'm in love with this. This is just amazing. Let's see if we can get a piece of the clear quartz here and see if the frosting came off of that. Kind of curious to see how clear it actually gets. Hang on, we're going to dry this off camera so I can see. Oh, perfection. Look at the shine. This is 1 week in the aluminum oxide polish. That extra week in 1000 really did the trick. Wow. Look at how clear. I mean, really, look at how clear that is. You can see everything right through it. And this is why we do it, folks. For results like this. Who would have thought this clear quartz, when it looked so frosted, looks so perfect now. So clear. Let's see. Get some color behind it. You see how clear it is. Wow. Here's clear quartz for you. Okay, let's pull a couple more pieces. Trying to there you go. Just needs a burnish wash now. It's like I just realized I'm not saying anything. I'm so sorry for the dead air. But wow. Clear crystal quartz is turning out fantastic. And the good thing about this polish is you do not have to recharge it. You don't have to like clean all the rocks off and do all that fun stuff in between. If you don't like the way the rocks are looking, you just put them back in and continue running. Wow. Oh, that was on my hand. I'm so sorry. Wow. Still has a tiny bit of polish slurry on it. There's golden quartz at its finest. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Just need to burnish it. Look, I mean, the shine is just amazing. Wow. All right, let's take that off. I thought I had like one piece of amethyst in here. I'd like to pull it out too. Nope, another clear one. Remember last week when this still had a tiny bit of frosting on it? Well, this is the beauty of the polish. It got rid of all that surface mark, all that surface scratching and everything from the other grits. Let's see, that's a golden. That's a clear. Let's pull this golden out. Look at that. Whew. I think this quartz was beautiful. I will run it again. Okay, there's goldens. More golden, clears. Yeah, somewhere in here I thought we had like one lone piece. I really thought we had like one lone piece of amethyst. It's gotta be in here somewhere. Whoop! So, crystal, yellow, or golden rather, more crystal, more crystal, crystal, crystal. Oh, come on, where's that amethyst piece? It's probably at the very bottom, and my fingers aren't long enough. putting all these in a little bowl over here. Found it. Okay, let's see. And I dropped it in this bowl. Now we have to find it again. There it is. And there's our lone piece of amethyst. Wow. Let's see if I can pull this light over. Sorry about the camera. Hang on. It's still sort of damp. Paper towel. Ooh, isn't that beautiful? Wow. It's like you almost can't see it because the shine's so high. All right, let's get all these cleaned up and we'll take a couple shots of that. Get the rest of it pulled out of the barrel. And all these pieces that are in here, just tons of them here. Yeah, let's get all these washed up. It's just beautiful. And I mean, just look at these. Wow. Okay, time to wash these beauties. I'm going to wash them all really thoroughly. We'll come right back with another picture. And then we'll see what's in our dry polish barrels after this. Be right back. And we're back for an after shot with our polished clear quartz and golden quartz, which is just stunning. It's a great big piece. Now we just need to run a burnish cycle on these. Get all the rest of the residue and the slurry off of it. Wow. See how clear that came out? All that crazing did not happen. The frosted marks from all the scratching from the different levels of grit are not there, are not present. So we've got beautiful, beautiful clear. You can see the inclusions. Oh, just gorgeous. Just stunning. And then our golden quartz, you can still see some of the slurry. We need to burnish off, kind of set to the cracks for a moment there. It's just beautiful. Just need to burnish it, which is a wash cycle in borax. Wow. Of course, we looked at this one already. This is the one with our beautiful rainbow. Get the light here. Right there. Turn it around, get a better shot of it. And of course, the one piece of purple amethyst we tossed in here. That was ready. All the rest will be ready eventually. Okay. A lot of fractures in this one. They're all internal. Wow. Takes my breath away. Hope we can get this kind of a polish with our dry polish. So we'll be right back with our Snowflake Obsidian and see how it did in the dry polish. Be right back. And we're back with our Snowflake Obsidian that has been in dry polish for a week. Oh, oof. Trying to get a bigger piece here. Let's dry it off. All right, sorry, we're adjust the camera a little. That, my friends, is a sigh of relief. Remember when we ran this through polish the first time and it was so crazed and it came out looking gray and it was awful? Is it looking perfect now? Beautiful Snowflake Obsidian. The dry polish did the trick. We had to take it back to like 120 and run it through like the 120, the 500, the 1000, and then back into dry polish to get the surface repaired. And I think it's just lovely. Now, it's not as high gloss as the wet polish, but wet polish on this Snowflake Obsidian ruined it. Just ruined it, but now it's looking lovely. Okay, let's take a couple more. I'm kind of looking for a nice big piece. Thought we had a great big one. No, but this one's full of snow. Look at that, isn't it pretty? Feels so slippery. Very, very happy with this polish. I had one that was kind of barrel shaped. Kind of wanted to pull it out. Trying to get to that great big one. Well, great big for this batch. I think there's too much in here. I'm going to have to dig a lot out first. And this is just rubbing it off. I haven't, rinsed it off. Well, I mean, they're dry to begin with. I mean, I'm just rubbing the dry polish off with a dry towel. Wow. Very pretty. As funny as it may sound, this is going to need a burnish cycle as well, which means it's going back in the water with borax to get rid of all this dry polish that could have caked in. Yeah. This has turned into a success. This is definitely a success. Oh, love this obsidian. Fortunately, we do not have any great big pieces because we had worn it down so much in all the different stages. I'd like to run the Snowflake Obsidian again now that we kind of know what we're doing, so that we don't lose so much mass. You can still see all the all the powder. I'm still wiping it off. So dry polish is corn cob, crushed corn cob, which actually it has a grit listed as 2040 corn cob. And we add aluminum oxide to the barrel, and you know, just kind of mix it together, and then layer the stones in and polish it. And this is run for a solid week. You know, put it on the rotary. It's just no water. See, all of that you would think is damage, but it's just powder. I need to get all the powder off. Okay. We're going to dig through, get all of our little pieces out, and put them through a wash cycle. Okay. Let's see how our calcite turned out. I'm not holding out much hope for that. It was kind of a mess all the way along. But let's see what happened. See if we were actually able to save it. Okay, let's see what we've got. This is our calcite. Now this calcite has a story. The very first barrel we ran with our tumbling experiment was this calcite. Starting what? I think it was July 31st, that very last week of July 27th, something like that. And we ran it, we combined the colors, we switched up, we did all kinds of different things to this. We had taken it all the way through to a wet polish, but we used tin oxide instead of aluminum oxide because we had read that it was better for the softer stone. It would get you a higher shine. Well, it turned out looking terrible. I mean, like shit. Excuse my language. It really turned out looking bad. And it was crazed, which means it was awful. Just awful, awful, awful. And we had lost so much mass. We had just anything that could go wrong with that had gone wrong. And then we had taken it back as an experiment. We had put it on hold, brought it back as an experiment, and took it back to 120. Did the same thing that we did with the Snowflake Obsidian. We took it back to the 120, ran it at 500. I may have even skipped 500, went straight to 1,000. One of these, I think I skipped 500 on the Snowflake and went straight to 1,000. On the calcite, I did the 500 again and the 1,000 because we're trying to smooth the stupid surface. And this look right here, all these little lines, that's the crazing we're talking about. So we did not get rid of it all. But we did get an amazing shine. Finally, in the corn cob. Because, I mean, we had taken it out of the tin, put it in the corn cob, and it didn't fix it because we hadn't fixed the surface. So it was like damaged and then damaged again. And then, oh my gosh, it's just been a nightmare. So while this does not have that super duper smooth feel, because this is all surface imperfection here, you know, my finger can sort of catch it all. If we had just kept putting it in, you know, to repair it, there'd be nothing left. So this was a last-ditch effort to try and perfect the method before we subject more quartz to our tumbling efforts. The orange held its mass better than the green or the blue calcite. Again, could be because of all the mistakes that we made along the way. So the crazing looks like it's never going to go away because we had just done that damage. I mean, in order to fix that, I'd have to go back all the way to a real coarse grit, and there just won't be any stone left. So we're going to kind of leave this as, yes, we can, you can polish a turd. These are not good stones at this juncture, and I would not sell them, but they are a great lesson learned. It is a wonderful piece to show what can happen if you do all the wrong things. And let's see, we got a tiny little piece of the green here. And you can see this is all the crazing, all this frosted look that it has. It really, calcite shouldn't have this frosted look. That's all damage, and we polished the damage. So, I mean, it has a texture to it. It doesn't have that really glossy, nice, smooth feel. It has a definite texture. Yeah. I'm going to say the green was not a success. We did get a polish, but that doesn't mean everything. I mean, you can see the reflection off the stone. That's the polish. So the polish is successful. The polish does work. Our processes to get this stone looking like that, little broken piece there from before. See how pretty that is? That's what we wanted the whole stone to look like. But instead, we got all this. Doesn't look nice. Trying to see if I have a blue piece. Well, I do. Let's see what the blue calcite looks like. Yeah, we did get the shine, but none of the crazing was fixed. Very disappointing. Have the shine. Don't have that really super smooth texture. I mean, it feels gritty. I mean, you can see the stripe if you there. I'm trying to see through the polish. And you kind of see all that right there. All that, those lines. I swear it didn't look this bad going into dry polish. Wonder if something broke inside dry polish. Because a chip could cause these damages too, as it knocks around in there. So that's another possibility, is that we have a chip in here that caused the crazing. Because I really thought it looked a whole lot better when it came out of 1000. I'm going to have to go back and review the video. So you can see all that damage to the surface. I wonder if I get it wet, if it'll do any difference. This one feels smoother. The edge doesn't. But I mean, you see how crazed, how the damage on the edge. But the rest of the surface is looking smoother. See this edge? It's damage. And then the surface. The surface looks better. I wonder if something broke in there. So like there's a piece chipped off. That could have been prior. It's got a good shine. So the experiment with the dry polish works. Again, good product in, good product out. Bad product in, bad product out. Oh, well, we can't compare that. That's a wet polish. Hang on, I had one of these. There we go. Sorry. Trying to get all the little... So you can see it's a good polish, but the surface was marred. So with the surface being marred, there's really nothing. You just have to take it back to where the surface is perfect. And unfortunately, with pieces that tiny, you can't continue to take it all the way back. You'll just lose it. So you know what this little tiny piece is? That's right, it's a Zen garden stone. We just put it in here so we could see what kind of a polish we could get on it. Yep, Our calcite is a failure. And we're just going to own it. It happens to the best of us. Keep hoping I'm going to find a redemption piece. It's just not going to happen. So, there is another experiment that we can do, and since these stones are damaged anyway, we could try to flat lap it, you know, use it on the flat lapidary machine, and see if we could polish it on there. I think I will try. I mean, why not? We have the machine now. Let's see if we can do it. Kind of looks like a little orange slice. I think this was the best piece that came out, but we haven't gone through the whole barrel yet. And on that note, I think we are done with our week. We have gone through all of our barrels. We have a lot that's moving forward, and we have some lapidary work to do this week also. Clean up some stone to put in the barrels. There was some moonstone we wanted to fix some rough edges on, and some smoky quartz we wanted to fix some rough edges on, and then put it back in the barrels to move forward. Just lovely. This, not orange calcite. This is the golden healer quartz. This is what I was hoping the calcite would look like, that kind of glassy finish, but no such luck. And then, of course, we have these near perfect clear crystal quartz. Everything's waiting for a burnish. Okay. Lots of wash cycles to finish today. And then we need to get our barrels running, and we'll see you all next week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and most of all, do what makes you happy. All right, see you next week.